All right. Hi, my name is Boris Altman with National Reliance Group. Today we're at Craig Edwards' house at 6365 Mozart Drive. I'm going to kind of show you a little bit about the roof here. So as of right now, the slopes that are getting paid for are facets C, facets B, and facet E. Ones in question are facet D. As you can see, I've marked it up. I'm going to give photos of all these hits that are on here. To kind of show the condition, close-ups, drone shots. But I'm not going to do the repair on facet D or facet A. These are in a conclusion of that these slopes are not getting paid for. So the shingle is the same on both sides. So we're going to do the repair attempt on the slope that's already getting paid for. That way, we're not damaging the roof if the outcome of this is not repairable. But I do have a heat gun here, a heat thermometer. This only goes up to 110. So if the roof is over 110, it'll show as high. So the roof is pretty hot right now, which means that no heat gun is needed. We're in the state of Georgia, so to use a heat gun on a roof in Georgia, especially when the temperature is 82 degrees, it doesn't really play a good role because on the roof, it's probably over 120, 130 degrees. So this is a damaged shingle that was damaged by the tree. This one was already paid for. I'm going to be unsealing this row above here and this row above here. If the tar is sticky, which just means that it can unbond, but we're going to see how it unbonds and make sure that it unbonds properly, doesn't tear the shingle underneath it. And then we're also going to look at the condition, but you can see there's no imperfections on the row above. So it should come out in this exact state when I'm completed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the camera over to DeMarco. He's going to keep it on the roof part. You're going to stand right there on that line. You're just going to squat down. Once you're standing like right here, like literally like this, like straight up sideways. You want to be on that line. So with that being said, I'm going to be using a snake tool and a hammer. The hammer's only going to be purpose is when I'm nailing the shingles back in. Besides that, this is really going to be the tool that I'm going to be using to unseal the shingle. So with this not being wind shingle, this is really damaged from the tree, I'm just going to go ahead and start unsealing the tab. And you can see the tar is starting to stick to the shingle. Make sure the shingle's not ripping. I'm going very, very slowly. All right, I've unsealed. The damaged shingle is unsealed. So I'm gonna go ahead and unseal the ones right above it. Only need a little bit of this one unsealed. This one's already torn. There we go. We have a tear right here. I'm going slow on this. too much tar. This. That being done, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the nails from this shingle. That should remove the shingle. Now that that's done, just as if I was to take an old shingle out and put a new shingle in, I'm gonna slide it in. I'm really looking just for the condition of the surrounding shingles right now. See what the outcome is whenever I do that repair. Go ahead and grab the hammer and go ahead and begin nailing everything back in. So now that the repair has been completed, let's look at the condition of the surrounding shingles. Go ahead and take the camera. As I mentioned before, this was the damaged shingle. I have that marked. You can see creasing all the way through on the top shingle, all the way through on the upper shingle. I used a snake tool, so this is the damaged shingle, by the way. I did not have to lift the shingle up this high. I only lifted up the shingle this high. I did have to go underneath the 2 rows to get the nail out. It was nailed in properly, so it's hard to get a crowbar sometimes underneath the shingle. But besides that, I used the snake tool, and you can see creasing all the way through on this shingle. You can see creasing all the way through on this shingle. The shingle's just not repairable. We tried it in warmer conditions with unsealing the tar by using a snake tool instead of just a crowbar. And like I said before, that outcome just damages the surrounding shingles. And when we talk about what we're repairing, we're talking about a roof where the tree fell all the way down, all the way across this facet and this facet. And you can see damage from that, which I'll show in the report, as well as the drone shots. You can see shingles that were affected on this or on that roof. This is facet D. And talking about 8 shingles just here. You have 3 more down here on facet A that was not covered. But as you can see, the repair has been attempted twice now, both with the same outcome. Tar transfer that comes out from there. But honestly, the shingle's just not repairable, and you can see that from that repair.